fabulous episode of Movie Reviews from the Asylum. I'm Insane Mike.
Jason.
And we have a very special episode this time because we have the stars of the YouTube sensational show Everything Horrible, Dustin and Elizabeth. Say hi, guys. Hello.
Hi.
What movie are we going to review this time?
I don't know, but those guys are excited about it. You can tell.
Oh, how about the one that's in my hand that I've been showing for the past 5 minutes? Monster Squad. That's right, the 80s classic Monster Squad.
Love it.
Love it. This movie is
awesome.
Love this movie. Directed by Fred Decker, who also did Night of the Creeps, another fan favorite, and RoboCop 3. Monster Squad. This movie is great. It's Goonies, but with monsters.
Sounds perfect.
It does.
It is perfect.
This movie has affected anybody that's grown up in 80s horror. This movie has totally affected their childhood. I had a high school club called the Gore Gang that was modeled after the Monster Squad.
I had a high school club.
What?
Modeled after Monster Squad. We were called the Four Shadows.
Whoa.
I had
Nice.
a preschool
She's
squad
us.
called...
I don't believe it.
I know.
That's where you think this happened. We might not be friends today.
This is
If
true.
it wasn't for this movie.
If it wasn't for this
Kinda.
movie, you and I would probably not be here right now. And everybody's like, damn, this
It's
movie.
Fred Decker's fault.
It's Fred Decker's fault. That's right. These kids, they have this club in their school. They call it Monster Squad, and you know they just hang out and talk about monsters all the time. But they talk about classic monsters, except for when they watch like slasher films at the drive-in on the rooftop. Anyway, but they talk about a lot more of the classic monsters like Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, Mummy, that kind of stuff. But just so happens that this little town called Maleficent, that these monsters are real, Bert. That these monsters are real, and they've come to this town to take over the world because they need a jewel of the Nile.
Different movie.
Different movie. So the monsters come, and you know the ringleader, the puppet master, is Dracula, and there's Frankenstein and the Mummy and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh, Gilman, copyright infringement. They're hanging out at this house trying to take over the world because there's this jewel that they need to help take over the world. Why don't they just grab the jewel themselves? Why do they have to wait for the kids to show
jewel
up?
is in their house.
It's there. It's there. They know where it's at. They're already living there. Why do they have to wait for the
I don't know.
for the Goonies to show up
And break down the wall.
and break down the wall to
so
steal
they can
the...
go in and get
There
it.
wouldn't be a Monster Squad.
That's true. So the kids, the adults doesn't believe them. They don't believe them that there's monsters running around. So it's up to the Monster Squad to stop these monsters and send them back where they came from.
With the help of scary German guy.
Scary German guy. One of the things that always made this movie special for me is seeing like modern, when I say modern I mean 80s, version of classic Universal monsters. Like the effects in this is freaking sweet.
Awesome.
Done by Stan Winston's studio, for those who didn't know. And you got like the Gilman was my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought he was so mistreated in this movie because he shows up, does a lot of this, and then gets shot in the chest, shot in the gill by Fat Kid. And I'm like, come on. Frankenstein, played by
Tom Noonan.
Thank you. He looked really good, and then the werewolf was really awesome looking too. Fun factoid for everybody. That the look of the Wolfman was built off of Stan Winston's own life cast. So the look of the Wolfman's face is Stan Winston's face.
Oh,
So that's
there
what he
you
looks
go.
like in real life.
That's what Stan Winston looks like if he lets his beard grow out.
Oh!
So yeah, and that reminds me too, like Dracula shows up at Billy, I'm gonna call him Billy, I don't know the kid's name, but he's Billy. He shows up at Billy's house to like kill the kid, and he shows up, he drives up in his hearse, and he gets out, he lights a stick of dynamite and he's gonna blow up Billy's house. No, he's gonna blow up, well first he blows up the tree house, right?
A lot of blowing up.
So it blows up the tree house, like, oh my god, oh, you really hit the Monster Squad right at home. You blew up their tree house. You Dracula, you meanie. So now he's gonna blow up the house. He's got his stick of dynamite, and then like he throws it underneath the cop car and blows up one of the cops or whatever. My question is, we have seen in this movie, Dracula has resurrected all the monsters. He he can turn into a bat. He can become completely intelligible. I'm intelligible. Intangible, because like when he's driving his hearse, a cop car just drives straight through him. So he's got all these awesome kick-ass supernatural powers. Why does he feel the need to use dynamite?
But that scene is, I don't know, that scene affected me a lot because it's a kids movie, it's Goonies, and the time we do spend with the cops, the black cop who's really funny and awesome, like the guy that gets blown up, right?
Yeah. But
like, he freaking dies and blows up. Like it was really unexpected to me, and it was really sad. That it stood out because like I said, it's a kids movie. People didn't really die. I mean,
well, it was mostly cops because in that final battle scene too, when the Wolfman shows up and they're fighting in the streets and cops are coming up to Billy Club the Wolfman, and the Wolfman just goes, snaps necks and like claws at people and just slaughters the police force.
But it was his dad's partner, and like we spent time with this guy. It was really funny, and it was just like, you freaking killed him.
Killed him. Blew him to kibbles and bits.
That's not the only sad part. I mean, there's other sad parts. I mean, you get Frank slowly drifting away, and the little girl.
Yeah.
I mean, that part. I mean, that should make you shed a tear.
Yeah.
And she throws her little teddy bear at him.
Oh yeah. He catches it so perfectly.
Yeah. Well, Tom Noonan was freaking awesome in this movie.
Totally awesome.
Very cool. You know, he'd come off as kind of creepy looking, but then like he kind of teams up with the kids, and he's like the good monster, and so you have that total sympathy for the Frankenstein's monster in this movie. And that's the thing. Like I think like all the monsters are really portrayed how they were originally intended in the old Universal monster movies. Because take like the Wolfman again, for example. The Wolfman shows up at the police station. He's like, "You gotta lock me up." You know, he's this victimized monster. When he's human, he can't control himself, and there's a lot of tragedy to his character too. And then when he's Wolfman, he's totally badass.
It's very strange that a mummy would wander into a kid's closet. Obviously,
just happens to be in the closet.
That was all done for that gag, the gag itself was awesome with the kid and the dad, and he's hiding. He's like, "Oh, scary monster," and it was scary as shit. And you looked up, and that poor kid was probably scared shitless. But it was just weird that why would the mummy wander in a kid's window?
How did he get in there?
Right. And how did he get in there? Why was he there? Did he think the jewel was in that closet that they were looking for? What else?
Well, there's the classic Nards talk.
Oh, Nards. Wolfman's got
That's
again, Wolfman.
The whole movie.
This movie's been talked about a lot, in different podcasts and stuff. It's been reviewed and discussed, and everybody knows like the key moments. And it gets talked to death about things like Wolfman's got Nards. There's even T-shirts, which is awesome. But what I always find interesting, and nobody ever talks about, is that there is a literal line in this movie, a joke that's in this movie that Fred Dekker stole from himself out of Night of the Creeps. There's the scene where the mummy has escaped from the museum. Just so happens that the museum in town contains one of these monsters. And so the cops are there, and the head cop, which is Billy's dad, he looks at his partner and he's like, 3,000-year-old dead guys do not get up and walk away by themselves.
2,000-year-old dead guys do not get up and walk away by themselves.
And then you cut to the mummy walking down the sidewalk. Haha, that's funny because he did get up and walk away by himself. Jump back to Night of the Creeps. Legendary actor Tom Atkins is there at the cryogenic lab where the cryogenically frozen guy escapes because he's got the little worm guy in him, and Tom Atkins looks at his partner and goes, "Cryogenically frozen dead guys do not get up and walk away by themselves." Cut to the cryogenically frozen guy walking down the street. I love the fact that Fred Dekker felt so strong about that joke that he had to use it twice. It's a good joke.
So nice. He used it twice.
Twice.
So you have to watch RoboCop 3
Just to see
the
if
trilogy of joke.
Lionsgate put out the DVD and they put out the Blu-ray, and I think they pretty much have the same features on them. So definitely get the Blu-ray, even though you could probably get the DVD dirt cheap nowadays. And here's the thing, it follows in that trend of taking classic films, converting them to Blu-ray or DVD, and not putting the original poster art on the box. This is one of the few examples that I could think of that I didn't mind them not using the original poster art, because it's still pretty BA. You got Dracula standing there, he's like this, and then there's Billy, not Billy, standing there with a lantern.
Very Goonies-esque.
Very Goonies-esque, yeah. Maybe that's what they were going for. So you got skulls all along the bottom, and then you got the headshots of the Wolfman, Frankenstein.
What's Wolfman doing?
Up in the corners. Am I just a monkey to you? Did I do these little things just to amuse you? This again, going back to Fred Decker's films, this cover is way better than the Night of the Creeps reissue that was done. Oh my God, that is one of the worst DVD boxes ever. You don't have Night of the Creeps?
This movie, this re-release with this movie and this cover, actually fueled Night of the Creeps to get re-released with that crappy cover.
That's true. And watching our magic trick here.
Let's flick our Bix.
I don't know about you, but I'm hungry.
Now that you mention it, some burgers and fries would go great with a flick.
And we should also not forget some popcorn, soft drinks, and ice cream.
Then, can we flick our Bix?
Sure. I'd bet you could also get me some chicken salad sandwiches with mayo and a pickle.
How about some pizza?
Oh, with cheese and anchovies.
Ooh. This one looks like, this cover makes it look like it just came out yesterday. And that's what I really like about it. Because maybe people look at that cover and they're like, oh, this looks really awesome. They might not know it came out in the 80s. And they're probably going to pick it up and watch it.
And then as soon as they get to the montage scene, they're like, oh yeah, this was in the 80s.
Definitely.
Because there's just not a good montage scene anymore. Yeah. That died in the 80s. Along with that kick-ass rock song, whatever that was playing.
Well, how'd it go?
Dun, dun, it has the moment in the montage where Rudy is like building the silver bullets in shop class.
Yeah, what's that about?
Who has bullet molds in their high school shop class? Who?
Not anymore.
Who lets their kids smelt silver in shop class?
Hey, we're not talking about any squad here, all right?
Not just any squad. This isn't Math Squad.
Yeah.
What are we gonna have, Math Squad?
Or Nature Squad.
This is
Nature Squad.
Monster Squad. People.
Yes, that's right.
Why is there a bullet mold?
Why is there a bullet mold? That whole montage is cool and awesome. It kicks ass. Because it's a montage where they're getting ready to fight the monsters, but none of it makes sense in the montage. Like, first of all, you have Rudy, the badass of the school, that joins the monster squad because he saves Fat Kid from eating a candy bar that was on the ground.
Yeah, but really, didn't he join just for the sister?
Oh yeah, he has his own motives for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
He likes
but
monsters
he's there.
too.
He's there.
All right, okay.
As long as he's there.
He did pass the test.
He did pass the test that they were making up as a
And we had those tests for our group too. I know you did.
I totally did, but I wrote mine out. Ours was premeditated. They were planned out. They weren't just like, what kills a werewolf? Silver bullet. What else? That's it, silver bullet. No, a car accident, fire, you get caught on fire, blown up by dynamite. Well, we learned that doesn't work, do we?
Nope.
Back together.
So, but again, during that montage, Rudy steals a bow and arrow set. First of all, when you have like the badass of the school dressed like a 50s greaser, he kind of stands out in the crowd a little bit. You wouldn't think they would know, and he's not being that sneaky.
No.
His ninja skills haven't really honed in yet. So he walks over and steals the bow and arrow set straight off of the archery court.
Range.
During PE class. No one sees him do it. He just gets away scot-free. That's right.
Did you guys have archery in PE class?
No.
Your
no.
I did. We had archery.
Okay.
Suction cups.
No, it was real bow and arrows. It was in the gym. We didn't do it outside. And I almost got shot by another kid once.
So like,
That's a
very
good story.
Addams Family-esque shoot bald eagle out of the sky.
So yeah, let's talk about Addams
Sorry.
Family. That's a pretty good movie. Christina Ricci's like this tall. She plays Wednesday Addams. And my man, Christopher Lloyd, Morty, plays Uncle Fester in the Addams Family movie.
He'll go back to Monster Squad now that he got his impression out of the way.
Monster Squad. Definitely check it out.
It's so good, people.
So good.
It's very, very, very awesome. Very, very good. So the Monster Squad realizes because they just I love how everything just happens to happen in and around this town. Because how are they going to stop these monsters? They're like supernatural creatures and stuff. Well, the mother at a rummage sale or something just happens to come across Van Helsing's diary
In the small
And she picks
town.
it up.
in the small town and gives it to her son because she knows her son is into monsters. Little Billy that's not Billy. Gives him this Van Helsing's diary.
Impulse buy.
And it's so funny. It's so funny because it's just so nonchalant. Hey, I found this for you. It's Van Helsing's diary. Here you go.
And he figures out the
Inscription.
name of who owned the book.
Yeah, even though he's like, it's in German.
Just go to the creepy German guy.
So we go to the creepy German guy.
Frankfurter. Frankenfurter.
Who's way too nice.
Yeah.
He's like,
Gives
come
him pie.
inside.
Gives
He's
him
like,
pie. Creepy German guy translates the book for him and tells them that to get rid of the monsters, they have to recite this passage by a virgin and to suck all the evil back into this portal. Billy, not Billy's friend, that's also in the Monster Squad, they go after his sister, which is the love interest of Rudy, and you know she says she's a virgin, but then when she tries to translate it, it doesn't work. She's like, well, there was one time with Steve, but that didn't count. Didn't count! So then they make the little girl do the patches because, you know, she's a virgin, right? Right?
yes.
It turns out,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, she is.
I was a little worried there for a
Oh
minute.
my god.
Whew!
I'm glad it worked.
So this portal sucks all the evil out, right? That's what the portal does. We see in the beginning where Van Helsing and his crew is going after the evil, and they open up the portal and it sucks everybody out, but it also sucks Van Helsing and his crew out. And then when the portal opens back up, there's Van Helsing again, staking old Drac in the chest, getting sucked away, blah 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 blah.
So is this a black hole?
No, it's just where the evil
Do they-
vacuum bag
So it's
is
like,
what's...
but they don't age, right?
And the little girl almost gets sucked into the portal too, and Billy, not Billy, almost gets sucked into the portal. So they're all evil?
No! It's just a powerful
It's a vacuum.
suck.
And trees. There are trees that get sucked.
Park
Evil
benches.
trees and
But
park bench. Those
they
park
hold on
benches.
to the park
Fucking
bench,
evil
right?
park benches.
Don't they hold on to a park bench?
They do.
It's like
They do,
one
'cause-
that's like nailed down.
Powerful force.
Just think of the hole as being the same hole from Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. Sucks all the evil, doesn't matter.
How badass would that have been?
A crossover?
Ash came out of that portal and just buzzsawed freaking Dracula. Just Dracula's like, what the hell? And then it's like, give me some sugar, baby.
Fan film right there.
Yes! Monster Squad 2. This is the suck thing about it, and what always bums me out, because other than RoboCop 3, I really enjoyed the workings of Fred Decker. 2 out of his 3 movies.
That's a good average nowadays.
But he's done a lot of script writing and stuff too. He had the original storyline for the first House movie. I like that movie too. So I like where Fred's head is at when it comes to horror. So I was always bummed that his career kind of like died instantly because his movies originally didn't do very good. Like Night of the Creeps just kind of, no one paid attention to it when it first came out. Monster Squad was a box office flop. It flopped, man. Sucks. God. So anyway, there should have been Monster Squad 2. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe we'll make it.
Just do it. Just go do that right now.
Yeah, maybe we should.
We are the new Monster Squad.
There's 4 of us. We could be the. I'm Rudy.
Oh,
Called it.
man.
Called it.
I'm the virgin.
You just.
No.
But who are you gonna be in Monster Squad?
Ouch.
Okay, we should wrap this up.
Yeah, let's go make
Let's
a
get out of
movie.
here.
Oh.
So, shameless plug time. We got to do it for your show, so go ahead and pitch your show.
You can watch Everything Horrible on YouTube and Facebook / Everything Horrible. You get to see us talk about the worst movies in existence, movies that you do not want to watch. You watch our reviews, so you do not have to watch the movie. And I'm talking, these are movies with no entertainment value. I give you the bad movie. Elizabeth here gives you the good movie, the palate cleanser, the movie that you're going to want to watch after the review, just so you don't feel bad about watching what I talked about, I think. I think that's how it works, but Everything Horrible on YouTube, Facebook. Check it out.
Definitely. It's an awesome show. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, our show, movies we want you to watch. His show, movies he doesn't want you to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah.
Awesome having you on the show.
See ya.
You guys just talked the whole time.
You wouldn't shut up.
Oh my God. Alright, so we should probably head out too.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's another episode of Movie Reviews from the Asylum. We will be back soon with another gem. Peace out. I don't know what
You're doing that close.